Okay, let's unpack this. Today, we're taking a deep dive into some source material centered around something called Neuro Energizer.
All right.
Our mission really is just to extract the core claims and ideas. What's presented about this audio track, based purely on the text we have in front of us.
And it makes some pretty big claims, doesn't it? Brainwaves, focus, success, even attracting opportunities.
Exactly. That's where it gets really interesting. So first things first, what is this Neuro Energizer, according to the source material?
The source describes it pretty clearly as a revolutionary brain-boosting audio track.
Yeah.
And the main goal stated, it seems straightforward enough. Energize your mind, help you conquer your day, and, generally enhance your overall brain power.
All right, an audio track for brain power. Makes sense. But the big question is, how does the source claim it actually works? What's the mechanism they're describing?
Well, the source puts a lot of emphasis on brainwaves. It talks about harnessing the power of theta brainwaves.
Theta waves. So, okay.
Yeah, and at the same time calming down those stress-inducing beta waves. That seems to be the core idea.
So it's about shifting brainwave states.
That's what's presented. The idea is that this audio specifically targets these states to supposedly, and this is their term, rewire your brain.
Rewire your brain just by listening. That's quite a statement.
It is.
How does the source connect that rewiring to the benefits? What's the link there?
According to the text, this focus on theta and beta waves is meant to promote things like focus, clarity, and success.
Okay.
It aims for a state where learning and creativity feel, well, effortless. They even compare it to the natural flow maybe you experienced as a child.
Like getting in the zone easily.
Sort of, yeah. The goal, as the source puts it, is to unlock the natural flow of your cognitive abilities, making focused effort feel less like a struggle, perhaps.
And the material doesn't just stop at focus and flow, right? It lists some pretty significant potential outcomes you might expect.
That's right, it goes further.
What specific benefits and goals does the source highlight?
It suggests this audio helps with achieving goals and even attracting positive opportunities. And it uses the word effortlessly, which is, striking.
Effortlessly.
Yeah. And beyond those external sounding results, it also lists internal benefits like improving mental energy, cultivating successful habits, and optimizing brain performance overall.
And they position it strongly.
They do. The material explicitly calls it a powerful, scientifically backed tool.
That claim about attracting opportunities effortlessly.
Yeah.
That's particularly bold for an audio track. Does the source elaborate on how it connects, say, an internal brainwave state to something seemingly external, like attracting opportunities?
Well, based on the text we have, the connection seems implied rather than explicitly detailed. It suggests that by changing your internal state, getting better focus, less stress, that natural flow, you become more receptive.
Receptive.
Yeah, or maybe better able to act on opportunities when they talk up. So it's less about the audio directly changing external events and maybe more about creating the internal conditions within you.
That make achieving goals and grabbing opportunities feel easier, according to their view.
Exactly. That seems to be the perspective presented in the source.
And what about that scientifically backed claim? Does the source material actually detail the science? Specific studies, maybe?
It states it's scientifically backed, but the provided material, it doesn't really dive deep into which specific studies or principles it's drawing on. It just makes that assertion.
Got it. So it's stated but not elaborated on in what we have here.
Okay.
The source also mentions extra stuff, right? Additional content included with the audio.
Yes, it does. It talks about exclusive bonuses, guides, apparently.
Guides on what?
Things like maintaining peak mental energy, building successful habits, and proven optimization techniques for brain performance.
Okay, so supporting materials.
Right. And it also gives a sense of what other questions it addresses in maybe an FAQ section or something similar. It lists categories like how it works, results, the science basis again, who it's for.
Its relation to luck or opportunities, safety, how often to use it.
Exactly. Also, usage while multitasking or driving, age limits, sleep impact, decision-making, meditating, and free trial info. Oh, and it notes verified purchase. 5-star ratings are mentioned somewhere in the source, too.
Right.
What's quite interesting here, looking at everything the source presents, is how it frames cognitive enhancement. It's very specific.
Oh, so?
By focusing so heavily on brainwave states. Theta for unlocking potential, beta for calming stress as the main driver for all these different benefits.
From focus to attracting opportunities.
Yes. from internal states to potentially external outcomes. It really positions this specific mechanism, manipulating brainwaves via audio, as the central lever for change. It's a distinct approach compared to, say, methods focusing purely on behavior or environment.
So for you listening, if you're exploring different tools or techniques for personal growth, maybe boosting focus, changing habits, or even trying to influence your outcomes, this source presents a specific case. It argues for an audio-based method centered on brainwaves as the way forward.
Exactly. And considering the sheer breadth of the claims in the source, from just energizing your mind to potentially making success and opportunities feel effortless simply by listening,
Yeah.
it does raise an interesting question, doesn't it? When you look across different sources promising personal growth or enhanced potential, what are the fundamental mechanisms they suggest are key? Is it brainwaves, habits, mindset shifts, something else entirely? How do they claim we can influence our results?
That's definitely something to think about as you navigate the world of personal development tools and ideas out there.